Yeah, hi. Uh, so in this session, we will see the expressions, field expressions uh, uh, in Groovy. So uh, till now, we have seen the basics of Groovy, like how to write, how to define variables, and then for loops, if loops, all of these basic concepts we have seen. In from today's session, uh, so we will apply whatever uh, the groovy basics, right? We'll apply in Oracle Fusion Cloud. So where in Oracle Fusion Cloud, where we can use this Groovy. So from this video we can see. So let's say we have some object, and then we wanted to make it required particular field required, or particular field read only. Then so and that too conditionally, right? So in those cases we need to use the expressions. uh, we'll go to the contact object or opportunity object. Okay, so in opportunity object, we will make few fields required and few fields are not updatable. So I'm going to uh, open one opportunity, and then we'll just look that opportunity, and then we'll change some properties. Yeah. So now here, if we see, so some fields are required, and some fields we can see it's read only, right? So and and this and this one, right? So how we can make a conditionally? So if it is just a simple yes or no, so then we have a checkbox. We can easily do that. But if it is a conditionally required or conditionally updatable or read only, so then we need to use the field expression. So now we'll try to make estimated commission required when so when win probability is something greater than 10. Okay, so in that cases we will make this is required, estimated commission is required. If it is something greater than 60, then estimated commission is required. And at the same time, we'll use GST code as read only. Okay, so these two conditions will okay will use. So estimated win probability, estimated condition, and commission, and then GSC code, right? Now we'll go back to the application composer. And to to configure this field properties, we need to go to the object, specific object. So in our case, it is opportunity. Expand and select fields. And now search for the fields. Okay. So win probability. Win probability is the standard field. So it will be under standard fields. I think this is the one correct one. Let's see. So this is the base field, right? Means we need to make a condition based on the win probability. Uh, Based on the win probability, we need to make this as required if when probability is greater than 60, and uh, in the same condition, read only, means user cannot enter value, they can just see if it is greater than 60. So that's what our requirement. So we'll now we'll cancel, we'll take the win probability value, the API name, backend API name, and then we'll search for estimated commission. So this looks like a custom field. And it might be currency field. Okay. It's so here we will make it required, right? So this required expression, this required property uh, is directly true or false. If we make this check, so then it is always required without any condition. If we uncheck, then it is always not required. But if you want to make it conditionally, we need to use expression here. So in our case, we are making required on a particular expression, on a particular condition. So the this script expects, right, true or false. So we will write some script, and then the final output, if it is true, then it will be required. If final output is false, then it means it is not required. So so how we can write is, we can just simply write, if we know some value, right, return true. So this also means make it required always. Okay. So then if it is a conditional based, just put that condition. If something like win probability is greater than 60, so then return true, else return false. Okay. So this is how we can write a expression. So if it is a complex condition, we can write else if then at the end else, or so something like this. So then so this single these many lines of code, right, we can just write in one shot, in one line, just like this. If win probability is greater than 0, this will automatically returns true. If win probability is greater than 60, so it returns true. So then what I mean is either that 5-6 lines code, or just this expression, just this value, win probability greater than 60. So the system will automatically check this condition, and it returns the value. So it is up. So we can write like this. If the condition is simple, we can follow this method. But this is also recommended when the condition is complex. This way also we can write. Okay. And then we'll save it. Now the same way we will so the now required condition greater than 60 is completed. So we made that change. The same way for GSE code, we will make it read only if when probability is greater than 60. So I'm going to select the updatable property, and here I'm giving condition, same condition. If it is greater than 60, then make it read only. If it is less than 60, okay. So we'll write something like this. If it is greater than 60, then read only. False. Return false means uh, return false means read only. Return true means editable. So that is the meaning. Return false means read only. Now we'll save and we'll save and close. Now we'll just see these changes. Okay. So now we made this required, right? And if it is greater than 60, right, we'll just enter 61 and yeah. So now it become required, right? So if it is 61, it is required. But if it is something like 59, it's not required. So this is automatically not changing because so we need to select this depends. So then what will happen? So immediately whenever the field is this dependent fields are changed, so automatically the expression, right, whatever script inside this expression will calculate and it will display immediately. So now our uh, scripts based on win probability, right? So we need to select this win probability fields. So whenever these two fields, these win probability fields get changed, so the script inside this will get recalculated, and then the based on that it will show required or updatable based on the configured expressions. So in both the fields we'll select the same. So here also we'll select depends as win probability. So now we'll make it 65. Then it should automatically be estimated commission is required. And at the same time, we can observe 109 is becoming read only. So now if we change back to 56, so both will be, this is not required and this is editable. So it means, so here see, if it is required, if it is a required expression, return true means it is required, and if it is return false, not required. And if it is updatable property, then return true means it is updatable, like editable. You can say editable or updatable. And if return false means read only. So user can't enter anything, he can just view. So that's what the required expressions meaning in required and updatable. Okay, so the examples, so the examples can be same as right, if else conditions. So previously we have if else conditions right here. So the same examples we can use, sample codes, everything, right? So it's same. So this expressions, we can use in page level scripts as well. So for example, so these are field level properties. If we want to make some change, some conditions inside pages, right? So how we will do is, we'll go to pages and then we'll select the page layout, and then we'll uh, make that condition for that particular page layout only. So the properties which configured at field level will apply for all the page layouts. But if we configure any property for a specific layout, so then it is applicable only for that particular layout. It's not for other layout. So that's the difference between page level expressions and field level expressions. Now here from this, right? So if we want to make something like account, okay, required. So then this is required only for this particular page layout. And here you can have the expression. So in this expression, so you can use again the Groovy. The same way if else conditions you can use, and the same way you can apply, but only the difference is it will apply only for this particular page layout. And we can also see from this screen what is the properties in at field level. So these properties at field level, it will show. If it is a conditional, so that script will be displayed here. And in layout properties, whatever the changes for at this particular layout, right? So those will be reflected here. Okay, so that's all about page expressions and field expressions. So these are called page expressions. And if we do some like field property expressions at field level, so then it will be called as field expressions.